I finally found peace and joy and contentment inside a prison cell. I didn't need a motorcycle. I didn't need a boat. I didn't need a car or a truck. I didn't need a luxurious vacation. I didn't need any of the distractions in my outside world to influence my internal being. None of those things were bringing me joy and contentment. I didn't have them. I didn't have access to them, and I didn't need them. And you don't either. True joy and peace and contentment comes from within. I got to a point in prison where I am doing 1,000 push-ups a day. I'm exercising all the crap out of me in that process. At the end of the day, after having done 1,000 push-ups, I had been writing my manuscript of my life. I had been meditating in my cell. I'd been praying. I'd been reading the Bible. And at the end of the day, I remember making a ramen soup with adding a packet of mackerel off of commissary, some hot sauce, and a little honey. Mixing that up and sitting down in my bunk to eat that and being like, this is great. I'm at peace right now. I had a good day. I'm exhausted. My mind is right now. And I've enjoyed that ramen soup and mackerel. And that's the point I got to in life. You know, I got to points where I was doing therapy in prison. I was doing group therapy. I'm working out. I am getting to meditate for 2+ hours on a Friday night. I'm going to unbelievable church services. Sunday church in prison was like nothing I had ever experienced before. We had guitarists and bass players and drummers and keyboardists. And the church service was full to the brim. Guys had been locked up for 23 hours a day for 7 days, and they got to go give thanks to God. They got to go replenish their soul and spirit. And the services were the most lively things I'd ever experienced. Most Sundays, they also brought in church groups from outside the prison on a lot of Sundays, and they would come in and just be thrilled to be there with us and just be filled with excitement and joy and giving thanks to God. And we would be rocking and rolling in those services, standing up, hands in the air, and it was amazing. And I would leave there and get back to my cell and just be like, wow, that was awesome. That's something I'll never experience, a lively service like that. And I've go to evangelical churches where you're standing up and your hands are in the air, but it can't compare to the energy of those prison worship sessions. It was amazing. You know, so I would feel when I got back to my cell and I make a snack, I'd feel like, you know, just at peace where I was at right then. And I was at peace, you know, when I would have a great day of workouts and being active and doing therapy and working on my manuscript and meditating and praying And at the end of the day, making that mackerel and ramen soup and being like, I'm cool. I'm cool today. 6 days a week, I ate ramen, instant soup with mackerel. On Sundays, they served you chicken, real chicken, not just processed crab chicken. So I would eat the chicken on Sunday nights. Every other night of the week, ramen, soup, and mackerel. I'll never eat mackerel again or a ramen soup again, but in that environment, for that period of time, it got me through and it brought joy to me. So, how can you find joy in your life? You have to simplify it. Stop looking for the things in your outside world to bring joy to the inside. That's not where you find joy. Your toys aren't going to bring you joy. They're great to have. They can add to your life, but they're not going to bring true joy. That has to come from internally. And it comes from a connection to a higher power. And it comes from being at peace with yourself and developing self-discipline and finding self-joy from your self-discipline and self-development. You know, when you work on yourself and you've improved yourself, you're going to feel good about yourself, and it's going to bring you peace and joy and contentment. So work internally on yourself. Don't look for the toys to bring you true joy. Don't look for the money. I had absolutely zero in that prison cell, and yet I was at peace. I was calm. I was all right. And if I can find that kind of joy and peace in a prison cell, you can find it in the outside world. You're just looking in the wrong spots. Look internally, work on yourself, and you'll find joy and peace also.